back to Kiwi Crafters. So, I'm going to be showing you how to fix overactivated slime. So to tell if your slime is overactivated, it won't be as stretchy and it will quickly break apart. It also won't have the same fun texture. It'll just not be the same. It'll feel kind of like you added too much borax, and that's exactly what you did. You either added too much borax or you played with it too much. And if you play with it too much, it can kind of feel like it's overactivated, or if you put in too much borax. So make sure to make perfect borax solutions and only add a tiny little tablespoon to about a half a cup of glue. And so that way you'll just not end up with this, but I'm going to show you how to fix it if you did, because that's totally okay. I've done it too many times. Okay, so the first thing you can try is to add more glue. So if you have different kinds of slime, because there's a ton of different kinds of slime, the glue's not coming out, 1 second. It's not always going to work with one way, so you have to try a couple ways, and so I'm just going to show you a couple ways that you can work on that. So I'm just adding in a little bit of glue. This is just, so let me explain to you why the glue makes a difference. So what you make slime out of is glue and borax, and with glue and borax, so what happens is you add too much borax to the glue. So if you add more glue, then you're already helping it out. So now we're going to move on to the next strategy, which is to put it in warm water. Okay, you don't have to make it like burning hot, it just needs to be like a little bit warm. Okay, so one bonus with adding the glue is that it doesn't change the texture. The water can change the texture. Okay, one thing about overactivated slime is that it's not as stretchy. See, mine is already getting a lot stretchier because I already did the glue and the water. Sorry, but it's still not quite as stretchy as I want it. So I'm going to add in some lotion. Lotion makes your slime stretchier, softer. It's just a great ingredient to add to your slime, even if your slime isn't overactivated, because it still makes your slime really nice. So I add this to every one of my slimes. My secret to slime making is just add lotion. Like, if you add lotion to borax and glue, mix it all together, it's gonna turn out great. So you have to mix it. It's probably gonna seem like it's falling apart or it's getting too goopy or something. That's totally normal. Just mix it in. You have to mix it in so much, and let me show you the results. Okay, so see, it's a lot more stretchy and it's so nice feeling. If you don't have lotion, which is totally normal but very surprising because I don't know what I would do without lotion, well, you can add in something else. Like, this is shea butter body wash. So the weird thing about slime is it reacts to different things super differently. So this makes it smell good, and I love the smell of it. So of course I'm adding it to slime. So anyway, that's one thing that's like very important to me about slime. But it also waters it down, and it kind of makes it stretchier. It almost gives the same effect as lotion, but it can make it a little sticky if you use different kinds. So that's where I use Olay. It's called Moisture Ribbon Plus. You can get it in different scents, but mine is, of course, Panny. Okay, look at how amazing this turned out. It's so stretchy. I ended up adding a ton more. It gave it a pretty color, and man, does it smell good. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you some secret ingredients I add to my slime to make it perfect. Okay, first we have baby oil. So this just makes it not sticky. The oil helps it to not stick to your fingers, because that's one of my least favorite things about slime, when it sticks to you and you just can't get it off and it takes so long. I don't want to get hair in it. The only con about it is that it does add to the scent, and you can get it without scent, but they only had it with lavender, so. Okay, so here we go. Next, I like to add in baby powder just because it gives it more of that butter-like texture. And it's not like all those other weird things like clay and stuff that make it buttery. Like, buttery's a good texture, but if you don't want it to be exactly buttery, you can just add in a little bit of baby powder and it gives it that nice kind of dough-like texture, but keeping it slime too. Okay, so this is where I got, so now I'm going to add the decoration part of it. Okay, so now I'm going to add this coloring. I actually got this for another video that's going to come out very soon. Wow, that's a lot of pigment. I don't know if I need that much. Okay, so be sure to close your pigment or else it might spill all over. Okay, I'm using food coloring pigment, so we are going to see how this looks. Okay, so I split them in two and added different ingredients to each of them. So this one over here turned into a big sticky blob, and it is made up of shampoo. It's so weird. It turned into like a fluffy slime when I added the shampoo, but it got so sticky. So then I added a little borax and it just kept being like fluffy. So I added a little bit of lotion and it just kept changing its texture. Right now I'm adding borax to show you guys what happens. It's so weird. It's like a fluffy slime, like almost like I added a little bit of shaving cream, but I honestly didn't add any. It got so fluffy. It's not super fluffy right now. But anyway, that's one of the slimes. I just did a couple experiments on these just to see, what would happen. So I still haven't gotten pokes from this one, which I was surprised about, as you can tell. So that's not very satisfying. Let's see about this one. You can't hear it. Doesn't sound like it. Well, this one I just put a ton of hand sanitizer in, and it's got not really special consistency, but it's something. So now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of glitter to this one, and then a little bit of glitter to this one. Yes, I am using a baby spoon for this. I just love it. It's great for tiny amounts. Oh my gosh, my hands are so creepy. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. What? Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them together, put a couple charms on top, and we are going to see them mix together into a swirl, and they're going to be super beautiful. Okay. I don't know if I'm good at swirls or not. We'll see. Okay, I added a little bit more pigment just to make it a little more exciting, and look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, so this was kind of an experiment with the pigment because I never used powder food coloring before. I used just liquid, but the powder gives it a whole new effect. It's kind of shimmery, and maybe it doesn't show up in camera, but it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. If you can see it, it's like powdery, shiny. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. I'm going to pick up all of it. Okay. So that gave it a pretty hot pink color. Oh my gosh, my hands. They're beautiful now. Okay, then there's this one, which was like the fluffy slime. It didn't have too much excitement, so I added these little glitters. I don't know if you can see them. So yeah, that's pretty. It gave it a little more excitement. Now this one's not as stretchy, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of my favorite stuff. Okay, I'll tell you when it's good. Ew, I don't know what happened. It's not really turning into slime. It's kind of I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so epic fail. This is what happened. And to make it more epic fail, I'm going to mix them together. because I know I was supposed to do a swirl, but it did not work. Okay, so this is what happens. We're just not gonna talk about it. Yeah, this is what happens. Okay, I tried adding lotion, and this is what happened. It is disgusting. But I didn't want to let you guys down, and I did work really hard on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend that it's beautiful, and we're going to make it pretty. Since it's not the best, I'm just going to add some googly eyes and give it a little mouth. And then, what should I put inside of its mouth? I'll put some glitter. And I'm going to top it off with a little bit of powder for its hair. And then, as a little special thing at the bottom, it's a little bow tie. Now let's mix it together. I have no problem at all smushing this. Like, honestly, sometimes it's really hard for me, but it's not at all this time. If you guys really want to see how gross this is, you can. So here's me playing with it, showing you all the ASMR. Yep, this is the slime.